Do you know what your body's itch is trying to tell you after 70? If you're a senior, you might think an itch here or there is nothing more than dry skin or the ordinary passing of the years. But what if I told you that where you itch could be a warning sign that your life might not last as long as you hope? That's right. Medical experts and new studies are beginning to show us that certain itchy spots, when they appear after 70, can be a red flag that something serious is happening inside your body. In this video, we're going to reveal the 5 most dangerous places you can feel an itch after 70. Some of these will surprise you. Some might even scare you a little, but every one of them could be a life-saving clue, especially if you've been ignoring them or brushing them off as no big deal. Stay with me until the end, because I'll be sharing not just the warning signs, but also the steps you can take if you notice these symptoms in yourself or someone you care about. I'll walk you through the science, share real-life stories from other seniors, and give you the tools to act quickly if you spot a danger sign. Don't let embarrassment or old habits keep you in the dark. What you learn today could help you add precious years to your life. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Persistent itching on the lower legs. After 70, the first place you should never ignore an itch is on your lower legs. This might sound ordinary. Everyone gets dry skin sometimes, right? But when the itch keeps coming back, especially on your shins, calves, or ankles, it could be much more than a simple annoyance. Medical research now shows that persistent itching in these areas, especially if the skin looks shiny or changes color, is often a hidden signal from your blood vessels. In fact, vascular specialists warn that this kind of itch is one of the earliest, most overlooked signs that your circulation isn't what it used to be, and that's a real danger after 70. You see, as we age, the arteries and veins in our legs can get narrower or blocked, which reduces the amount of blood that gets to your skin and muscles. This poor circulation can make the skin dry, thin, and desperately itchy. But here's the shocking part. People who ignore this symptom are much more likely to develop serious complications, including chronic ulcers, infections, or even the kind of blood flow problems that lead to amputation, and the risk of those complications gets higher the older you get. I remember talking to Richard, a neighbor in his early 80s, who always seemed to scratch his lower legs at family gatherings. He thought it was just a little irritation, maybe from socks or soap. But after his daughter noticed a red patch that wouldn't go away, he finally went to see his doctor. The diagnosis was peripheral artery disease, a condition that can shorten life expectancy if it's not caught early. Thankfully, Richard's story has a happy ending. With treatment and some changes to his lifestyle, he got his symptoms under control and is still enjoying his walks around the block. But he'll tell you himself that ignoring that itch for months almost cost him dearly. If you're noticing persistent itching on your lower legs, especially if it gets worse at night, pay attention. Check for other changes: swelling, skin that looks darker or shinier, wounds that heal slowly. These are all reasons to talk to your doctor right away. And remember, your body is sending you a message for a reason. The sooner you listen, the better chance you have to take action before it's too late. Number 2. Itchy scalp that just won't quit. Another spot that demands your full attention is your scalp. After 70, an itchy scalp is more than just an annoyance or a matter of dandruff. It can be a red flag for something far more serious going on beneath the surface. While a little dryness is normal, especially as the years go by, a scalp that constantly itches, especially you find flakes, small sores, or hair coming out in clumps, can sometimes be your body's desperate signal that something is wrong inside. Doctors are now warning that a chronic, relentless scalp itch can be one of the earliest indicators of certain autoimmune diseases, especially in seniors. These are conditions where your immune system turns on your own tissues, often starting quietly before becoming a much bigger problem. Sometimes, these diseases also affect the nerves in the skin, leading to that maddening, persistent itch. In rarer cases, a patch of itchy scalp can even be an early sign of skin cancer, or a clue that your liver or kidneys are struggling to filter out toxins, both of which become more likely after 70. I remember a woman named Janet, 78, who spent almost a year scratching her scalp and trying every over-the-counter remedy she could find. She thought it was just a side effect of her new shampoo or the dry winter air. But as the months went on, she began losing hair and developed a small sore that didn't heal. A visit to the dermatologist revealed an autoimmune disease that, if left untreated, could have attacked her organs. With early intervention, Janet was able to start treatment and avoid further complications. She often tells others, if your scalp feels like it's on fire, don't just buy a new hat or bottle of lotion, get it checked out. The message here is simple but urgent. Do not ignore an itchy scalp that sticks around, especially if you're over 70. Notice any changes in the skin, unexplained hair loss, sores, or changes in color. Don't wait for things to get worse before you act. Your scalp is just as much a part of your health story as your heart or lungs, and paying attention could save your life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, itching around the midsection or abdomen. If you find yourself constantly scratching around your belly, waistline, or lower back after 70, this could be more than just irritation from a new shirt or laundry detergent. Medical experts are warning that unexplained itching in the midsection, especially when it won't go away or seems to get worse at night, can be one of the most startling early signs that something's wrong with your internal organs, particularly your liver. You see, your liver is the silent workhorse of your body, quietly cleaning toxins from your blood and keeping your whole system in balance. But as we age, the risk of liver trouble, from simple fatty liver to more dangerous problems like hepatitis or even cancer, rises sharply. One of the earliest, most overlooked symptoms of liver trouble in seniors is persistent, unexplained itching in the midsection. This happens because when your liver struggles, it can let bile salts and toxins build up in your bloodstream, and your skin tries to signal the distress by itching, sometimes so much that you wake up in the middle of the night, clawing at your skin. Let me share a true story. My friend Walter, who just turned 82, began noticing a strange, prickly itch on his sides and across his belly. He assumed it was just old age or maybe a reaction to the waistband of his pants. But after several weeks of broken sleep and small red marks from scratching, he finally mentioned it to his doctor. Tests revealed his liver enzymes were much too high, and further scans found the early stages of liver disease, caught just in time. With medication and a few lifestyle changes, Walter got his symptoms under control, but he never forgot how that persistent itch was his body's way of shouting for help. Doctors urge everyone over 70 to never ignore an unexplained itch on their abdomen, sides, or lower back, especially if it keeps coming back or gets worse at night. Watch out for other signs like yellowing of the skin or eyes, swelling, or dark urine. These are classic clues that your liver needs help fast. And even if you don't see other changes, don't assume it's nothing. Early intervention can make all the difference between a simple fix and a much more serious outcome. When you're past 70, your skin can become your most honest storyteller. Trust it. If something feels off, don't just reach for a cream, reach for the phone and talk to your healthcare provider. You just might save your own life. Number 4, itchy palms and soles of the feet. When itching shows up on your palms or the soles of your feet after 70, it's time to pay very close attention. This is not a common place for an itch, and in seniors, it can be a warning siren that something deep inside your body is starting to go wrong, often before you notice any other symptoms. Doctors point out that persistent, hard-to-ignore itching on these spots can be one of the first signs of serious problems with your kidneys, or even your gallbladder. Why these areas? The skin on your palms and soles is thicker and packed with nerve endings, so it tends to react strongly to chemical changes in your blood. After 70, kidney function naturally begins to slow, and toxins can start to build up without any other obvious signs. When your kidneys or gallbladder can't filter waste as they should, those toxins circulate and often show up as deep, unrelenting itching, sometimes so bad it keeps you up at night or leaves marks from scratching. There's another even scarier connection. Several studies have found that older adults who suddenly develop itching on their hands and feet without a rash or clear cause are at a much higher risk of having an undiagnosed illness, including certain cancers. Sometimes reveals itself first with intense itching on the palms or soles before any pain or jaundice appears. Take the case of Thomas, who was 79 when he began waking up at night with what he called fire ants on his feet. He'd scratch until he bled, tried all sorts of lotions, and even changed his socks daily. It wasn't until his wife insisted he see a specialist that he found out his kidneys were barely functioning. With treatment, his symptoms eased, and he got a few more good years. He often says that itch was his body's way of begging him not to ignore what he couldn't see. If you notice stubborn itching on your hands or feet, especially if it won't quit, gets worse at night, or comes with swelling or changes in color, don't put off getting checked. These spots can be the body's SOS signal. Even if you feel fine otherwise, this kind of itch is almost never just dry skin after 70, take it seriously. Responding quickly could add years to your life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, unexplained itching around the chest and back. Finally, there's one more area every senior should watch for: unexplained itching across the chest or upper back. This is a place many people dismiss. Maybe you blame it on a new laundry soap, an old shirt, or the change in seasons. But persistent, deep itching in these areas, especially when it comes out of nowhere or gets worse over time, can be a signal that something is happening with your heart or lungs. Here's why it's so critical: the nerves in your chest and upper back are closely connected to the organs underneath. When the heart or lungs aren't getting enough oxygen, or when there's silent inflammation building, the skin in these areas can itch in ways that seem to have no explanation. Doctors have even found that some seniors who later suffered a heart attack or serious lung problems remembered an unexplained itch across their upper back or chest in the weeks or months before their diagnosis. Let me tell you about Evelyn, a spry woman who was 80 when she began scratching her upper back every afternoon. At first, she thought it was a side effect of a new sweater or the dry winter air. But the itch kept coming back stronger each time, sometimes even waking her up at night. She mentioned it at her yearly checkup as almost an afterthought. Her doctor listened carefully, ordered extra tests, and discovered Evelyn had a silent heart condition, one that could have turned deadly if it had gone unnoticed. Thanks to early treatment, she avoided a major crisis. Now she reminds her friends, never ignore what your skin is trying to tell you. Doctors say that chest and upper back itching can be allergies or nerve issues, but after 70, especially if it's new or persistent, you must consider that your body may be sounding an alarm. It might be the earliest clue of something serious. Watch for signs like shortness of breath, chest pressure, or fatigue. But even if those aren't present, don't brush aside a new, relentless itch. Your skin may be the first place your heart or lungs whisper, "I need help," long before pain screams. If you feel a nagging, unexplained itch on your chest or back, pause. Listen. This might be your body's final whisper before an emergency shout. Don't gamble. Check it out. Number 5 reminder: if you're still here, comment number 5. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and ring that bell. Your support keeps this channel alive. Final thoughts. As we come to the end of this important conversation, and sometimes the simplest symptom, a nagging itch, might be your only clue that something serious is going on inside. What stood out to you the most? Did you recognize any of the 5 warning signs in yourself or a loved one? Take a moment. Truly listen to your skin, especially after 70. There's no prize for missing clues, only risks. No need to panic, but every reason to respect a new signal. If these itchy spots show up, do not hide them, shrug them off, or hope they'll disappear. Pick up the phone and call your doctor. Early action might gift you more sunsets, more laughter at the dinner table, and more chapters worth celebrating. You're never too old to demand clarity or advocate fiercely for yourself. Your story didn't end here. Protecting your health is part of writing the next page. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment, just one thing you learned, and a tiny plan to try. Don't underestimate small actions. Your voice matters, because someone reading your comment tomorrow might feel seen, and choose to act sooner. If this video helped you even a bit, please like, subscribe, share, and return again. Your support fuels our mission to inform and inspire with honest care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.